Today we are looking at learning conditional formatting. Conditional formatting, as the name says, it will format your data based on the condition which you are specifying. It is more on the visual side of it. Let's take example of it. This is the data which I have. Conditional formatting. Let's select. I'm selecting all the marks across 6 subjects. So what it will do, if I'm just looking at this data, if I want to know how many people have scored 100, I will have to manually go and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is not how many number of people, it is how many 100 are available in this data. So it becomes very tedious. If I ask, okay, tell me less than 75, how many counts are there? So all the multiple conditions, greater than 90, how many cells have that value, how many cells have value less than 35, greater than 35, and all sort of combinations is something which we can easily highlight it using conditional formatting. Let's look at some examples. This is the conditional formatting icon, and you can see there's so many number of items which they have listed in here. We will go one by one. The first one says highlight cells rule. So what it will do, it will highlight the cells depending upon the condition which you provide. So the very first thing is select your data which you're looking at. So let me look at the first option, greater than. Highlight cell rule greater than. Okay, let's see. It's a classic way. Format only the cells that contain cell value greater than, say, 75, and it will highlight with how do you want to color it. So since 75 is a good score, let's create a green fill with dark green text. So it is automatically selected me the scores which are more than 75. Let's look at other options. Less than. Highlight cells, say less than 35. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 people, 7 cells are the ones which are less than 35. This is the other one. Between. Okay. For myself, between 75 and 100 cells. 75 to 100. Similarly, the multiple other. Let's look at duplicate values. Let's say duplicate something. Yeah. So these are duplicates. So 100 is duplicate. 29 has already occurred here. 39 has occurred here. 90 here has occurred. So it has highlighted all the duplicate values which are available. If we look at other option, which is top bottom tool, so let's look at this. Top 10 items. Okay. Format only top or bottom line values. Okay, top. It says when we looked at it, it says 10 items, but it's not necessarily just a 10 item. It gives the option to change the value. So let's say top 15. It gives you the top 15. So it is also considering 100, each of the 100 individually. Similarly, what are the other ones? Top 10%, bottom 10 items, above average, below. Okay, this above average and below average is interesting. If you look at this, when you select this thing, at the bottom we are getting the average. We are looking at around 69 is my average. So what this will do, above average, so it will highlight all the cells which are above the average, which is greater than 69. So the values which are greater than 16 have got highlighted. Let's look at less than average. So values which are less than the average 16 have got highlighted over here. Data bars. Now this will represent your data in a horizontal bar format. Let's look at one of the example. So you can see there is this horizontal bars which have been created. So what it does that each cell size is considered as 100, maximum is 100 in here. So correspondingly it will reduce or increase or adjust its bar size depending upon the number in here. So it gives a nice representation in a bar format. Let's look at other option. This is a gradient fill and solid fill, just by way of representing it. Color scales. It will scale the color, so green the highest number, and it will slowly keep grading it down depending on the score. So it will go from dark green to dark red. This 19 is the smallest number, so it has the darkest of color in the opposite direction. Then we have covered in color scales. Let's look at the icons. Signal, traffic light as we call it. So what this gives is, again the same the previous example which you look at gradient. The highest score will have green, whereas the lowest will have red color, and in between average values will have yellow thing. So my data will look at this. So this, I'm not sure whether you have seen this in some presentations or not, but this is an pictorial format representation wherein we don't necessarily show the values, we just shows whether it is above average, below average, or just on the border of average. Another example, up and down signal. So that's how different varieties. So 100 will have filled with dark color blocks, whereas if it is less, it is has an empty box in here, and similarly different types of representation. So in here, if you have set any rules, you can clear those rules. You can clear the rules for just the selected one or the entire sheet. Just one code will clear it off. You can create your specific rules. You can manage the rules which you have created. Let's see what is there in new rule. Okay, it says style, two colors, recolor, bar. These are all the options which we have already looked at. Data bar, icon. Let's look at two color scale. Let's see. Type lowest value. Okay, I'll take a number, for example, minimum. I want a minimum of 75 score. That is the maximum score. I'm looking at 100, for example. Then the 100, closer to 100 will have yellow, closer to 75 will have orange. So this is this way the data will get represented. So yellow, we have talked about the highest value will have yellow. The lowest value will continues to keep going down to orange color. I don't have any rules at the moment, so I can't do anything here. Let's see what happens. Okay, so this will be the new one. If I continue to have this thing, conditional formatting stop if true. Okay, so it has done this conditional formatting depending upon the condition it has created. For example, manage rule, what it was saying, grading color. So from dark orange to light to yellow color, it is the grading it is following. So the highest score will have yellowish color and the lowest score will have the reddish color. So this is the thing. So this is the reason it is a separate section for manage rules is because if you continue to add more data, it will automatically keep doing the color format. You don't have to manually keep doing it all the time. So like here, if I'm looking at 23, it will have this. So I'm not doing anything, it's just the rule which we have created just now. It is managing on its own. This is all because we have created our own rule. It's here. I'm going to clear rules from the entire sheet. It is gone. And correspondingly, like this is where the entire thing can come in. You can keep running your new rules which will be applicable. It is not just two, it is three color scale. You can keep coming up with different types and you can save your formatting rule. Cancel it off, cancel. Right. So friends, this is how we can use the conditional formatting. Spend some time looking at different options. They all have more or less same way. However, the representation of your data, the highlighting, the bars, the colors, the icons is different. Overall, representing your data becomes in a different format, which will be attractive in the way you present the data. Any questions? Please leave a comment. Thank you.